The night it happened smelled like burnt coffee and rain. Plates were clattering, forks scraping, neon buzzing. Another slow Tuesday at Ray's diner. And in the middle of all that noise, Lily, 24, tired ponytail, faded name tag, eyes with those tiny purple shadows that only show up on people who don't sleep enough. She moved table to table with a smile anyway, because that's what you do when rent is due, because that's what you do when your little brother needs asthma meds. She was topping off coffee at booth 6 when it started. The man in the corner, pale, shaking. At first she thought he was just another customer trying to catch his breath after a long day. Suit jacket, expensive watch. But his hands were trembling. His lips had gone gray. Then he slid out of the booth and hit the floor. Hard. The sound his body made against that ugly black and white tile is something she still hears in her sleep. Sir? Hey, sir. Can you hear me? Lily dropped to her knees. Her heart was pounding in her throat. The diner went silent. Even the fry cook stopped cursing at the grill. Call 911, she yelled. The man's eyes were open, but fading, wet, panicked. He tried to breathe, but it sounded like something was tearing inside him. Please, he whispered, barely sound. Don't let me. Hey, no, stay with me, okay? Stay with me, Lily said. She grabbed his hand. It was cold. Too cold. When the paramedics came, everything turned bright and loud. Gloves snapping, radios crackling, questions flying. Kidney failure. Critical. He won't last long without a donor. That's what she heard one of the EMTs say. That word, donor, stuck under her skin like a splinter. They loaded him into the ambulance. Doors slammed. Red lights washed over her face and made the rain on her cheeks look like blood. And Lily stood there, shaking in the parking lot. She didn't even know his name, but something inside her wouldn't shut up. Said go. Said follow. It said, if that was your brother on the ground, what would you pray for? Here's where everything changes. Because Lily did something most people only talk about in stories. She grabbed her jacket, ran into the rain, and chased the ambulance. She had no idea that the man she was trying to save was the last person on earth who needed saving. Or maybe the first. Who exactly did Lily just decide to risk her life for? The hospital smelled like bleach and quiet fear. Lily was still in her work clothes. Coffee stains on her shirt. Hair frizzy from the rain. Shoes squeaking on the linoleum floor. A nurse tried to stop her. You can't be back here. I was with him, Lily said, out of breath. Please, is he okay? The nurse looked tired, the way people do when they've already seen the ending of too many stories. He's in renal failure. He's been waiting for a transplant. It's not good. Can I help? The nurse stared at her like she hadn't heard right. What? I mean, I'm O-negative, Lily said, voice shaking. I remember because they always ask when I donate blood. If he needs a kidney, and if I can. You're not family. Then test me, Lily whispered. Silence. That silence felt heavy, thick, like the whole hallway was holding its breath. The nurse sighed. It doesn't work like that. You can't just walk in and, please. That please wasn't soft. It was a broken thing. Carried everything. The overdue bills. The empty fridge. Her little brother wheezing at night in the next room because the inhaler was running out. The nurse saw it. Something in her face changed. Okay, she said quietly. We'll run labs. But, you understand this is major surgery? You're talking about giving someone an organ. Lily nodded. Her hands were cold, but steady. Hours passed in blurry pieces. Blood draw, blood pressure, paperwork, so much paperwork. Words like risk, consent, lifetime complications. No guarantee. At 3:17 a.m., the doctor came back. You're a match. That moment didn't feel real. Like the world paused. Like the air thinned. Look, the doctor said, softer now. He's critical. I'm going to be honest with you. If we don't move fast, he won't make it till morning. Lily swallowed. So let's move. Before you sign, he said. Are you doing this for money? Because this hospital does not. No, she said fast. I don't want his money. I don't want him to die on a floor like that. Alone. The doctor held her gaze for a long second. Then he nodded. The mask went over her face. Cold air. Sharp lights. The world humming. Count backwards from 10, someone said. Her last thought before the dark hit was so small. So honest. Please let him wake up. She never asked who he was. She never asked what his life was worth. She only knew a stranger needed her. But what kind of stranger has armed security waiting outside the operating room? When Lily woke up, her side was on fire. It felt like someone had carved a hot line under her ribs and left a brick there. Every breath stung. Her throat was dry. Machines beeped around her in a slow, steady rhythm. For a second, she didn't remember where she was. Then it hit. The surgery. The decision. The man. Her kidney was in somebody else now. Easy, a voice whispered. Don't move too fast. Lily turned her head and froze. This was not a normal recovery room. This room looked private. Too private. Big windows with blackout shades. Fresh flowers that did not come from a hospital gift shop. A leather chair that probably cost more than her rent. And two men in suits standing outside the door. Not nurses. Security. Her heart kicked. Where am I? You're safe, said another voice. A woman stepped into view. Perfect blazer. Expensive watch. Clipboard hugged to her chest like a shield. My name is Kara, she said. I manage Mr. Hale's affairs. Who? Lucas Hale, she said. Nothing. The name meant nothing to Lily. He's the man you helped, Kara said. He's in recovery. Stable. Breathing on his own. Lily let out a shaky breath she didn't know she was holding. Thank God, she whispered. Kara nodded. Then her expression shifted. He asked me to thank you. Personally. Lily smiled a little. Tell him he owes me a kidney. Kara didn't laugh. Instead, she set a folder on the bed. Inside a check. Lily blinked. No, not a check. A number. A number with more zeros than she had ever seen up close in her entire life. I can't take that, Lily whispered. It's already yours, Kara said softly. Also, there are conditions. There it was. Lily's stomach tightened. What kind of conditions? Discretion, Kara said. No interviews. No contact with press. No social media. No talking to anyone about the surgery. Ever. Lily frowned. Why would anyone care what I did? Kara hesitated. Then she leaned in and whispered, like the walls could hear. Because Lucas Hale, she said, slow and careful, isn't just some man at a diner. Pause. Kara's voice dropped. He's Hale Industries. Another pause. He's a billionaire. Lily felt the room tilt. Wait, what? Why would a billionaire be sitting alone, dying, in a cheap diner at midnight? They let her go home 2 days later. Moving hurt, laughing hurt, sneezing felt like being stabbed. She didn't go to work. Ray, the diner owner, told her, if you show up, I'm chaining you to a chair. But on the third night, someone took her usual seat in booth 6. The booth where it all began. She didn't notice him at first. The diner lights hummed. Fryer popping in the back. Country music playing too low to really hear the words. Felt almost normal. Then she heard it. Do you always put 3 sugars in people's coffee? A voice said. Or was that just for me? She turned, and her heart almost stopped. It was him. Not pale anymore. Not shaking. Not dying. Alive. Awake. Watching her with those tired gray eyes. He looked different without the tubes and wires. Still older. Late 50s maybe, but sharper now. Present. Clean shave. Dark suit that fit like it was made for him. I shouldn't be here, he said quietly. My team is going to kill me. Lily just stared. Her mouth opened. Nothing came out. I needed to see you, he said. I gave you an organ, she finally managed. You could have just texted. He laughed. And that laugh, warm, surprised, honest, told her something. This man wasn't cold. This man wasn't what she imagined when she heard the word billionaire. He slid something across the table. Not money. Folder. Before you say no, he said, please look. Inside were papers. But not checks this time. College admission forms. Paid tuition. Full housing. Letters of recommendation already signed. Her name at the top. Lily Hart. Her throat tightened. I didn't get into college. You didn't apply, he said gently. Because you were busy keeping everyone else alive. She swallowed hard. There was more. Medical insurance for her brother. A job offer for Ray's diner staff at triple pay while she healed. Because your family, he said. He'd done all that in 2 days. Why? She whispered. Lucas leaned back. His face changed. Softer. Sadder. I was supposed to die, he said. And honestly, I thought I deserved it. The diner felt suddenly cold. What do you mean? He looked at his hands. I built an empire, he said quietly. But I didn't build a life. No real friends. No one I trusted. My own kids don't pick up when I call. And that night, I couldn't stand the silence in that giant house anymore. He looked up at her. So I came here, just to hear people. Forks scraping. Somebody laughing. A real voice telling me, honey, you want fries with that? His voice cracked. And instead of letting me die quietly, he whispered. A stranger gave me a second life. He held her gaze. I don't think strangers stay strangers after that. Do you? Is this rescue? Or is there a price to being the girl who saved a billionaire? It should have ended there. Quiet. Private. He lives. She heals. Life moves on. Right? That's not how stories like this work. Because on Sunday morning, Lily woke up to 47 missed calls. Right? Her neighbor. An unknown number. Another unknown number. Another. Her phone buzzed nonstop. Then her best friend, Carla, sent one text. Turn on the TV. Now, Lily did. And there it was. Breaking news. A photo of Lucas Hale being wheeled out of the hospital. Smiling. Waving weakly. Looking miraculously recovered. And next to that, security cam footage from the diner. Her, Lily, on her knees on that greasy black and white tile, holding his hand while he was dying. Her face, clear, big, everywhere. The headline at the bottom of the screen made her stomach drop. Mystery waitress saves billionaire CEO with emergency organ donation. Her heart pounded so hard it hurt. No. The deal was silence. No press. No attention. Now reporters were at her door. Microphones in her face. How did you meet Mr. Hale? Did he pay you? Are you two in a secret relationship? That one almost made her choke. Lucas called her that afternoon. I'm so sorry, he said. It leaked. I'm handling it. I don't want money, she said. Her voice shook. I don't want cameras. I just wanted you to live. Why isn't that enough? There was a pause on the line. Then his voice changed. Strong. Focused. It isn't enough, he said. Not for me. Not anymore. What does that mean? It means, he said, you're not going to hide for saving a life. You're going to stand next to me when I announce the Hale Community Health Fund. Free care. Free medication. Organ donor education. All in your name. Lily went silent. My name? Yes, he said softly. The Lily Hart Foundation. Because the world should know what real generosity looks like. Not from people like me. From people like you. Her eyes filled. Her chest hurt in that beautiful, breaking way. Lucas, she whispered. I'm nobody. No, he said, with this quiet fire in his voice. You're the reason I'm still here. And in that moment, she realized something. She thought she'd saved his life. But maybe he had just saved hers too. Because now she wasn't just a waitress anymore. She was the girl who said yes when everyone else would have looked away. If you were in Lily's place, broke, exhausted, scared, would you still give your kidney to a stranger in a diner at 3 a.m.? Why or why not? Share it in the comments. Let's talk.